This planet is home to an abundance of intriguing ancient ruins, such as crumbling temples, to cities that stood the tests of time. Many of these ancient civilizations were extremely innovative and forward-thinking. Look at their intricate urban planning and astonishing engineering feats, certain of them we have yet to fully comprehend. Some of the most fascinating ancient ruin sites are full of thousands of years old mysteries that can boggle even the most enthralled of minds. Number 16. Stonehenge. It is located along on the Salisbury Plain in Wiltshire, England. Stonehenge is easily one of the most well-known old ruins around the globe. With a history that spans over 5,000 years, these intriguing stones are among the oldest stones on the planet. They were constructed from sandstone and they're surrounded by mystery. Who created them and how isn't known. There are two theories that suggest that Stonehenge was utilized as a place for rituals of religious significance, or to observe the movement of the moon and the sun. Because you will need only 2 hours to go through the ruin of Stonehenge, it is a great day excursion from London, is usually combined with visiting Windsor and Bath. Number 15. Masada. The fortress that was once a part of Masada could be one of the most beautiful ruins on the planet. Perched on the cliff's top, with a view of the Judean desert and the Dead Sea in Israel, it is awe-inspiring. With a history that spans several thousand years, it was constructed as the royal palace for King Herod. It featured modern-day amenities like a spa or even private pool. Most famously, the huge fortification witnessed the final battle in the Jewish revolt, who chose death over the life in Roman slavery. 2 routes ascend to the summit and, despite the scorching sun, the views are well worth the effort. Number 14. Pompeii. The haunting ruin of Pompeii can be seen close to Italian cities of Naples. The famous Mount Vesuvius burst into flames in the year 79 AD. It devastated the Roman city with waves of lava. It also claimed the lives of a staggering 2,000 people. The ancient city, discovered by accident under an igneous rock formation in 1950, is extremely well preserved. It was only 2 years after that it was finally explored. It is possible to walk some of the roads that lie beneath these old Roman ruins and imagine the city as it was during its glory. There are remnants of temples, stone buildings, bakeries, and an old brothel. Number 13. Ephesus. It is one of the most striking Greek as well as Roman ruins on earth. The city of ancient times of Ephesus is located in the western part of Turkey. With a history of more than 2,000 years ago, it was the home of the famed Temple of Artemis. What makes these sites stand out is how immersive they feel. In contrast to other archaeological sites, you are able to touch or stand on them and explore every inch in the city. The highlights include old public toilets and the library of Celsus and Hadrian's temple. It also houses the seats of 25,000 in the Great Theatre of Ephesus, the largest outdoor theater in the history of the world. Number 12. Ellora Caves. The Ellora Caves are made up of a number of monastery caves and temples cut into the side of the cliff of basalt. Of the 100 caves, only 34 caves are open to visitors. They are located within Maharashtra, India. Ellora dates back to the year 600 AD and was crafted by Buddhist, Hindu and Jain monks for 5 centuries to make. The most notable part of the Ellora caves is the Kailasa temple. The temple is dedicated to Lord Shiva. It is the largest monolithic sculptural work anywhere in the globe. Another worthy sight is the massive preaching Buddha found inside the Carpenter's Cave, so-called because of the rock's similarity to polished wood. Number 11. Terracotta Army. Terracotta warriors are a stunning collection of 1,000 life-sized horses and soldiers. They are located inside Xi'an, China. There are approximately 600 underground pits that date back to the 3rd century BC. They were found by chance in the 1970s, while people were digging for a water point. Many of them remain unexplored. The 3 pits are accessible to the public. they are part of the Museum of the Terracotta Army. Apart from their sheer size, what's fascinating about these clay warriors is that each face is distinctive. They were hand-carved using unique attributes, and required around 40 years of handcrafting over the course of their entire life. Number 10. Chichen Itza. The most renowned archaeological places found on Earth, Chichen Itza was once a bustling city situated on the Yucatan Peninsula. It was built by the Mayans around 600 AD. It was dismantled in 1221, when Mayapan became the new region's capital. Highlights include Temple of Kukulkan, a massive stone pyramid that has 4 stairways that symbolize the compass, and an average of 365 steps per one day. It is recommended to visit during the fall or spring equinox, when the sun makes an illumination show on the steps at the base of the pyramid. Other places to visit or other must-see sites include the Ball Court, the Wall of Skulls, as well as the sacred cenote that was once the site for human sacrifice. Number 9. Acropolis. From its vantage point above Athens, the capital city, Athens and the Acropolis is crowned by the Parthenon is visible from every corner in the town. It was first erected and inhabited by Pericles during the 5th century BC. The Acropolis was later transformed into an ancient temple city. The ancient structures were constructed from marble and bronze, and some were gold-plated. The restoration process is still in progress, so don't be surprised if you see scaffolding in place. The majority pieces of artifacts moved in the Acropolis Museum, so it's worthwhile to check out while you're in the area. Number 8. Karnak. The Karnak Temple Complex, located in Luxor, Egypt, is amazing due to its dimension. It covers a larger area than many cities of the past. It's also lined with temples, obelisks, and shrines. It took more than 2,000 years to construct, and every Egyptian pharaoh had their own mark on the architecture. Take a stroll along the Avenue of Sphinxes and discover the Great Hypostyle Hall. This huge space stuffed with massive pylons and sturdy columns made of sandstone is one of the most photographed and well-known tourist attractions in ancient Egypt. When you're here, make sure to stop to take a look at the sacred lake and the nearby granite scarab. Number 7. Teotihuacan. It is located on the outskirts of the present-day Mexico City. Teotihuacan is one of the most renowned Aztec archaeological sites. However, the Aztecs weren't the ones who actually built Teotihuacan. In spite of many theories, no one knows for sure who actually built it. But it is true that the Aztecs were able to name the city, and claimed it as their own after they came upon the city that was abandoned. In its heyday, it was the largest town within the Western Hemisphere, and home to many residential areas and pyramids. The two iconic pyramids, the Temple of the Sun and the Temple of the Moon, are among the most important highlights. Take a stroll along through the Avenue of the Dead, and go to the Citadel and the Temple of the Feathered Serpent. Number 6. Moai statues. The highest one, the largest, weighs over 80 tons, and the Moai statues on Easter Island in Polynesia are a cult. You'll likely see them on a photograph even if there's no mention of them. The statues, which number more than 800, and the majority of them facing away from the ocean. They were made of volcanic ash and erupted by the Rapa Nui people, somewhere between 400 and 1500 AD. It is likely that they were created using primitive basalt stone picks. These massive monolithic statues could require nearly a year to be completed. There are numerous theories about the reason for their construction, such as a method to pay tribute to important ancestral clan members, and due to an assumption that it would enhance the soil. Number 5. Colosseum. It is one of the famous Roman ruin sites. The Colosseum was a gladiator's arena. The amphitheater was inaugurated in the year 80 AD. It was 50,000 seats, was used to stage a variety of occasions. This included animal fights and bloodthirsty gladiator contests, where participants could fight to the death. The design that was built into the Colosseum is stunning even by modern standards. The walls that surround it are made consisting of the three archways that are topped by Ionic, Doric, and Corinthian columns. At their peak, these were lined with statues of marble. The upper level was once home to an immense awning that protected people against elements. Number 4. Great Wall of China. It spans across 15 Chinese provinces as well as autonomous areas. The Great Wall of China is the longest constructed structure by man around the planet. It is comprised of various moats and walls that were constructed during the 6 Chinese dynasties to protect themselves from intruders. Today, at more than 2,000 years old, certain portions of the wall have been destroyed. For those who wanted to do it, walking all the distance of the Great Wall of China would take about 18 months. Number 3. Petra. The Rose City of Petra is an ancient desert city, which was built out from pink sandstone rock cliffs, built by nomads thousands of years ago. It is located in Jordan, in between Red Sea and the Dead Sea. It's difficult to believe that the city once was awash with lush green gardens, luxurious housing, and bustling market. Instead, a stroll or camel ride through ruin of Petra will uncover hidden caves, temples and tombs that lie within the city's walls. The 2-story treasury cut into the rock face is among the most striking landmarks in the city's old part. It's worth visiting just for the exterior, but the interior, with its Indiana Jonesy royal tomb, is well worth taking a look. Number 2. Angkor. The capital city of the Khmer Empire, between the 9th and 15th centuries, Angkor was a thriving ancient city. In the present, the city is famous due to the Hindu Angkor Wat Temple, that is considered to be the largest temple of religion on earth. It's most well known for its sunrise visit, and the illumination over the temples is amazing. However, this Angkor Archaeological Park actually includes numerous other fascinating landmarks a part of Angkor Wat. There are over 1,000 temples in the forest as well as rice fields and farmlands. The most notable are the jungle-clad Tomb Raider Temple with trees sprouting from its ruins, and the 12th century Bayon Temple that marks the historical heart of the capital city Angkor Thom. Number 1. Giza. The most mysterious ancient places on earth, the pyramids of Giza in Cairo, are truly captivating. Built as huge tombs to honor the pharaohs of ancient Egypt in the 4th dynasty. There's a lot of speculation about how they were constructed. With such precision and exquisite detail, they're another impressive feat of Egyptian engineering. They served for burial, and were filled with treasures to be used by the pharaoh to utilize in the afterlife. This was the reason grave robbers were attracted to them in the past. Don't forget to take one of your photos kissing with the Sphinx, it's practically obligatory. If you like this video, then hit like button, and for more videos like this, subscribe to our channel.